Welcome back, everybody, to Contradictness, the podcast.
I don't know why I want to let it.
Welcome back to Contradictness, the podcast. I'm Finesse. I got Kale Boogie sitting across me and Jay-Z. I said Jay-Z. Hov is in the building, apparently. We got JC sitting to the left of me. We back with another episode. Run down some good topics for y'all. Want to get into it, Kale?
Yeah, I was figuring like we could just start off back home, I guess. So we can start. Everything came out about the park. I know we was talking about it earlier in the week. The owner, or I guess one of the girls that worked there, had basically brought it to the owner's attention. I guess in their group chat, what seems like the employee group chat, saying that you didn't speak up or say anything with what's going on right now in the world. So, and he kind of like gave like a lengthy, which was suspected, probably like a lengthy response on why, and trying to justify, not why he didn't, but just justifying, I guess, his credentials as far as fighting the good fight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then I think what followed up after that was I heard it was his son that like was the person like right under that like said some big wild shit,
right.
Which made me look at the other message like a little different, you know what I'm saying? Then I was trying to like break it down. I was like, wait, are they together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this how he really feels? And he just, you know what I'm saying, was doing the right thing. So what are y'all thoughts on?
Well, now that I know that was his son, now I thought that was a grown ass, just different man. But
no, I think he's grown. He's just a part of
No, just because like I'm just like a grown different man.
Oh,
but now
okay.
that I know that's his son, obviously he's learned that, or he got that mentality from his family, which most likely is you. So how he feels, basically, you kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
And it's just like, he was just, I don't know, when he was talking about, I've never seen 13 people reply to a picture or so diligently. And he was like, go be an activist. Damn, he said, go be an activist somewhere else.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Aren't you not black?
Right.
So, but that's another thing. Like, I didn't know he was black. And I told people, I was like, I'm pretty sure he identifies with, I thought he was Arabic. So I'm pretty sure he identifies more with his Arabic side than his black side. Cause
who, the son or the father?
The father. You can say both of them for real. Because they both made up the same thing. But that and also a lot of. Well, I'll let you get on top before I go back. Go ahead.
How do I feel about about him saying that?
Yeah.
I mean, of course it's not right. So I don't really know what to say. It's just in a time like this, I think we're all looking to our larger corporations to see where they stand on these issues. So any black-owned business, we want to see solidarity from you.
Right.
Like I think it was probably like a week after, maybe like 5-6 days after like the protests started, and companies were like actually starting to speak out. So I think we all expected him to be. Her text was like, okay, we want you to say something. His text was, it just wasn't enough empathy shown to the situation. It was more so like,
but it's crazy because
like we're gonna get around to it. We're just relax. We're gonna do it when we want to, just not in your time.
But it's crazy because they said he's black, so there shouldn't be no empathy when you're black. You're literally the people that should be fighting for it.
Right.
And the fact that he was like, we're more focused on COVID, that just basically showed like you're more focused on your business and making money than the social issues at hand. So it's just like, I didn't give a fuck when he said about some goddamn COVID.
I mean, I look at it from like a kind of different perspective. I feel like, cause not even different perspective. It's just we have talked about how we try to hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like when black people, when they reach a certain level, we want them to speak up for everything. And I just don't understand if that's the the case. And these corporate companies, everybody works in for the most part, or a corporate company for the most part. And these companies, you probably getting emails about this, people, reaching out, or this case and the third. Mind you, I feel like, I guess injustice has been happening, but to this degree where all these emails, this is the first time companies have been reaching out like this, and, showing support. So as a small business owner, like, you don't have these, and they're getting direction from like a whole board or team. Yo, we should probably do this. I feel like it's just him. I don't think that's his, initial response is, let me, draft up this email and send it to employees.
So you saying that his business mind was just in place, not his black mind.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, because I don't think I have 2 black drivers. I I didn't type them a text message, and does that make me a terrible person? Am I not for black people if I didn't reach out to my drivers? Like,
I think, and that's a good question, but I just also think it's because of, like you said, he works a club or / restaurant, so it's like also the people who he deals with, like the customer he deals with, most of them are black. Like,
right,
his staff
I
is
get
all
it.
black.
I get
it. Park wouldn't be Park without black people,
Right?
And I think that's what I guess the employee was saying was like, we basically made you what you are, and here we are. We didn't even ask for much. We just want you to speak out about this issue and say you're with us, or just say whatever. And he wasn't able to do that. And then what made it worse was the double down on the live when he was like,
I didn't see the live.
He basically said that, oh, people coming for me, blah blah. They're basically the cops, and I'm George Floyd, and they're kneeling on my neck.
Yeah,
and
I was like,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that was like a terrible timing, terrible.
That was a terrible analogy.
You should not try to use your man that passed away to try to defend. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was a good defense or not, you shouldn't. I feel like that's just inappropriate to use.
And also, in the live, he kept again, he's black, but in the live he kept saying, these people, they. Like, no, nigga, it's we. It's you, nigga. Right. It's not no they. You're part of the they, nigga.
Right. I mean, that kind of can go back to your, like, theory. What does he identify mostly as? That could be that, you know what I'm saying, coming out. You know what I'm saying? So that goes back to what you said.
I think the only difference between, like you said, you didn't send out a text to your black drivers. I think the only difference is that he has a platform.
Right.
The park has a platform, and all black people follow it.
But also, I would say the business, because you're B2B. He's B2C. Like, he deals directly with, like,
customers,
with customers and everything. So that's where it's different at. But I mean, could you send a text? I don't know. I mean, because like you said, you're an upcoming, growing business, and that has black drivers. He's an established business that caters to the black customer and that wants the black dollar. I don't know if you're really searching for the black dollar. I think you're searching for government dollars, really, or contract dollars.
Green.
Yeah, exactly.
Green money is green.
Whoever. You don't have to set your business to attract more black people.
Right. I get what you're saying. Like I said, when I read his response, I was like, COVID. I'm like, nah, this shit is real out here, especially for business. We know OZO's closed and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I think more so what he should have went in his direction was the son. Absolutely. If, like I said, I heard that it was the son. I don't know for sure, but whoever said, like, reply right after him, definitely fuck whatever conversation could have been had.
Yeah.
I definitely just felt like the guy, he probably should have been like, you know what I'm saying? He did take into consideration, all right, we're dealing with COVID, this, that, and the third, but what do you think we can do? Let's get a team together. You know what I'm saying? You feel, especially if you feel so strongly, you feel like your employer should be doing something. And sometimes that's not on, like I'm saying, that's not on his mind. So, like, all right, now, we see you point this out. Now get a team together. I want to do something. I don't want you to think I don't want to do something. Now let's put a team together and let's get something done. I feel like that's how it should have went.
That's why I said it wasn't that he didn't put out a statement. It was the response to what she said, more so that he shouldn't have took a defensive stance. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like he was like, damn, why are you attacking me? It's like, we're attacking you, but we're not trying to argue with you. We're not trying to fight with you. We just want you to.
I mean, but in his shoes, I think as black people, we tend to try to defend our blackness. So now you coming for my blackness, basically, like. Yeah. So I try to look at it from both sides. I see what she's saying. You want the person who you've been supporting and spending your money in. Mm-hmm. You would want them to do that. Do they always? No. Right. But at that point in time, him being black, I mean, it'd have been nice for him to step up and be like, all right, let's do something.
Also, even to get in, so boom, all that happened, and it felt like he was taking another, like what all people do when someone points out that they're wrong. He posts on the social media, blah blah blah. We're sorry, blah blah blah. To help this, we're gonna have 10,000 water bottles. We're gonna have clean bathrooms. Like, nah, now you're just playing catch up. This is like a PR team told you to do this. Like, basically, like they want you to do something. They want you to help. Mm-hmm. This is how you help. Yeah. Nah, nigga, fuck that. We don't want that shit no more. Like. That should have been niggas been protesting for like 2 weeks and you ain't do none of that while we were protesting. But as soon as we say something, you want to do it. But anyway, more background knowledge. I've been told that he is very particular when it comes to his black staff and everything. Like, if you aren't what he deems I guess what's the word, favorable for his business. Like if you don't look.
So if you're not pretty.
No,
I mean, I think that's where we're going with this.
Sure, you can say that, but it's like you're not pretty and have the right skin complexion.
Oh, but it's like, I mean, all the security guards are pretty much like.
We're not
dark.
talking about security.
Oh, we talking about like the girls?
Yeah.
No, it's an Asian security guard.
Oh, yeah, it is. Nigga ain't let me in that night.
Yeah, he did.
I was pissed.
And it was just like, he doesn't like you to wear wigs. He likes you to have your natural long hair and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. I get, it's his business, so I can't tell him how he wants, because I'm pretty sure Hooters
They did.
had like
I think they ended up, yeah.
So it's like, all right, cool. And then even now, it's just people had their own personal issues while they weren't dealing with him. And I know a lot of promoters aren't, like Kenny came out and said he's not fucking with the park no more.
Oh, for real?
But unfortunately, I feel like more black people still gonna fuck with it, black promoters, just because that's a check, and they're gonna take the money over their own social issues.
I mean, are we not? So that's the thing. How do we forgive people for making mistakes and then trying to correct it? How long? I mean, how much is?
I'm done forgiving.
How long is?
I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I was finished.
I think, I guess you was about to say, like, how long do you know what I'm saying? Like, do we forgive? Like, he put out a statement, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I'm more willing to forgive a black person than a white person, 100%. Like, I think that's perfect to bring up Drew Brees. He was on, like, Yahoo Finance live interview, and he's, like, basically said, to sum it up, all lives matter, really. Like, it's a disgrace, basically. They always try to say that their grandparents and great grandparents fought in the war. Bitch, ours did too.
Right.
They just wasn't afforded the same rights and privileges
Right.
that the flag is supposed to represent, and we were supposed to get when we came back home. So white people, nah, because you said what you said, bruh.
Yeah,
and like and for him to be so, I guess, I want to say engulfed in what was going on in that movement, being in the NFL where stuff was so social tension was at an all-time high, I feel like, and for him to kind of still not get the point, and you seen pictures of him kneeling before and stuff like that, I really think that's how he feels, and his apology, I don't want it.
See, it's crazy. I'm absolutely the opposite. I'm not forgiving black people, and crazy thing, just because you should know better. Like you're a black person, so you know that this is going on. You know, you have that talk. Your parents had that talk with you how to deal with police, and you should have had that talk with your kids how to deal with police. So I'm not giving no black people. I'm done forgiving black people for that shit. White people, I don't know, because it's like they can be arrogant to a situation where like they just don't see it, because that's just the world that they live in or the blinders that they have on, or they're arrogant to the fact. And I don't know if I forgive them either. Like I said, I think black people are too forgiving, because we forgive every time someone says I'm sorry. Okay, it's cool.
I see that.
Because H&M, when they put out the whole Cool Monkey shit, and they gave a statement, people were like, all right, now they had a sale, let's go back to H&M.
Right.
Like, like, when are we gonna be tired? When are we gonna be tired of saying, all right, you spit in my face, it's cool, I can wipe it off. Like, I'm just tired of forgiving people for that shit.
No, I agree. We definitely, just like when we see people kneeling with the police or hugging the police, it's like, all right, you may not be a bad apple, but your whole department is bad, and I can't fuck with the whole thing, so I can't fuck with you either.
And that's the thing, because Trump is going to use those pictures of us kneeling and everything with the cops and praising the cops. He's going to use that.
He's already using propaganda for it.
He's going to use that to his advantage, like, look how we're doing, look how I'm blah, blah, blah in this country. And no, because guess what? Probably after y'all kneel and y'all get up, that nigga's going to beat the shit out you. Yep. He going to pepper spray you. So what's the point of kneeling? Fuck them niggas.
Agreed.
Points were made. But did y'all ever see the Drew Brees apology though?
I saw both.
You saw both?
Yeah.
Okay.
He did two.
Yeah.
Oh, he did two apologies. Try to nah.
Just doubling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double.
It's over.
These niggas really serious about this, huh?
Right. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with Drew Brees. Yeah. I can't see him, like he said. I mean, I do think we're more now than ever canceling people and canceling businesses and not fucking with them at all. Because like I've seen so many companies on Twitter just turning like, oh, they support this, we're done with them. Like, we're not using their products no more. We're not shopping at their stores, stuff like that. So I think right now, if people are openly showing their true colors that they're, committed to or supporting Trump or supporting anything along those lines, any type of racial segregation type of stuff like that, we're not fucking with them.
Right. I know. I was watching Stephen A's First Take, and he was talking about how like a company channel wanted him to do like a panel of black people to talk about injustice, and he was like, none of the black players wanted to do it. They said, we're not the people that need to talk about this. Get a whole white panel and let them talk about it, because those are the people that need to learn about it.
Right.
Because black people just going to say what black people, we're all going to agree. We're all going to say the same thing, basically.
We need to be in the crowd asking the questions, not on the panel.
Yeah, we need to see what the white people want to say. So, I agree. Like, there's too many times that it's been a black person talking about this issue and just regurgitating what we've already said. No, get a white person so they can learn and they can see what we're talking about. Because if they're not there, they might not listen. So,
yeah, I mean, I think right now at this point, if you don't get it, then
absolutely.
you never will.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know. It's just
I had to sit in on like I said, companies are definitely trying, like, you know what I'm saying. My whole thing is, I don't know if it's the hardest thing is, like, even with these statements and stuff, like, whatever company kicked off, sending out the statements, and then of course everybody calling, oh, we should probably do that too. You know what I'm saying? But whoever started that, I could probably say it's genuine. But now people just doing it, companies and people just doing it left and right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just genuine or you're just doing it because it's like
trendy.
You know what I mean? Yeah, me and Tom, we talk about like the social. You know what I'm talking about, like the social thing to do, or I can't even think of the right word. So,
but I'm okay. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, because if it's becoming socially okay to accept black people, cool.
Like I'm talking about, they could have somebody type up that message, send it out, and only because so they won't be on this bad side to the world, because companies still know we like the black buying power.
You got to be on the side.
We represent like 1.3 trillion. You know what I'm saying, in dollars and money that like we spend. Right. So like they don't want to lose that business.
Right.
So it's like I don't know if they're really doing it because they fuck with it.
Is it a business decision or is
is this really how you feel?
The way I see it is like, fake it until you make it.
Nah.
Because, all right, the way all right, so before it was socially okay to openly not fuck with black people.
Right.
Now, if it's become socially okay to fuck with black people, then you pretty much forcing it down their throats, and eventually they're gonna start doing it anyway. Right. It'll become second nature. It won't become an actual job or task to like people.
Right.
So I think everybody, committed, like doing this wave of sending out statements, is going to force people to bring more black support to like these businesses, and you're gonna have to deal with black people more, because if you're openly saying that you like black people, then black people will come.
Okay, I have a quick question for y'all. We all have white friends. Are y'all unfollowing, y'all unfriending your white friends that don't say something, don't make a post or anything about this? Because me personally, like I talked about this last night to a few of my friends. We was like, all I'm asking my white friends is just fuck it, post a black square. It doesn't, just show that this is happening and show that this is going on. If you don't say nothing, then I gotta unfollow you, bro.
I would go. I'm not gonna say that. Even I would like. I guess I agree with you and say like, yeah, definitely I want to know where you stand. But I would even go further and asking them, and something that ask them, do they know the difference between All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter? If they can't answer that and articulate and explain that, then they obviously, they get it to some degree. But if they stuttering, they just in it for, to me, it's just, you don't really understand where I'm coming from then. Like, until I feel like if you can articulate what the difference between those two things are, then it's some type of, I guess, not hope, but you get the point or message.
You're expecting your white friends to be knowledgeable and somewhat educated on the difference between saying All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, because that's like their main argument. Any like white person, like that's their all lives matter, all lives matter. Right. No, like they clearly don't, because Black lives don't.
Right.
And it's been clear and it's evident. So until you get that message, like it's clear all lives matter. We know this. Boom, we get it. You know what I'm saying? But at this particular time, and it's been like this for some time, we don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? at some point in time, was it in the Constitution? Quote me if I'm wrong. That black people were 3/5, or is it 3/4?
I don't
It's
know.
3/5 of a man. You know what I'm saying? And still today, it's still evident that that's the case. The Jim Crow law. We had to deal with slavery, then we had to deal with Jim Crow. Now we're still dealing with bullshit. So,
I mean,
What do you
it's
expect from your white friends?
it's tough because I don't really think that I have any. Well, me personally, I don't think I have any white friends who are racist.
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know for sure. You're right. I don't know for sure, but I'm trying to think of all the white people I know that, and I'm like, I don't know if any of these people are. I mean, to my face, they haven't been racist, so that's what I see. But I don't know if I'm gonna unfollow them because I think that's gonna send the wrong message if we don't know where they stand. Because I mean, if all white people and black people just stop fucking with each other, it'd just be like segregation all over again. And I don't think that's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to actually get to equality for everybody, not segregation or not, us just being black and they just being white. I think it's just trying to be, a mixture of people.
Okay,
So,
I have a question because since you said you don't, like you said you don't, and
You don't know.
same for everybody. We don't know if our white friends are
Yeah.
racist. So, but since you're saying that like they're not, what's the problem, or why would it be so hard for them just like to post a black square if they are with it?
I'm gonna keep it 2 virgins with you. That's like the easiest thing I feel
That's
like
what
you
I'm
could
it is. It is.
So that's what I'm saying. Like that's why that's the bare minimum I can ask me, and that's the bare minimum you can do.
But
I'm not
it's
asking to protest.
You gotta think it takes for those people who aren't racist and have all racist friends.
That's even.
It's gonna be a little bit harder for them. I'm not cutting them any slack or anything. I'm just saying you're going against everybody you know. Like everybody, all the people you know, all the friends you have, all the family you have. Say everybody you know is like racist. Like all the people around me are a certain way, and now I got to be brave enough to actually stand with another group of people that I haven't been with my whole life. So you can't really something like that. I mean, post is easy for sure, but
Right.
I'm not going to make no judgment if nobody doesn't. I'll definitely, if I could, have a conversation with with people I know and see where you stand and why didn't you do it. But everybody has their reasons why they don't do stuff. So
Let me ask y'all this: that was a great question though, Tom. Have y'all ever experienced? Saying that we went to a PW, have y'all ever experienced racism while there?
See,
we didn't move like that. We know what racism looks like and where it is, so we don't go to those places.
unfortunately, I agree. Like, cause there's, to me, even personally, like, in Altoona, I knew, or I had the thought that there's some baseball players that were possibly racist.
Yeah.
So I knew I'm not gonna put myself in those type of environments where I
Right.
could deal with racism. So maybe that's why I didn't really deal with it as much, or maybe I did experience racism and just didn't register it as racism.
Yeah.
I just experienced it as.
Yeah, I think it's hard to sometimes because I think when I was my freshman year, I had like an English class, and like the lady had told us we had to read some book and kind of like annotate or whatever, take notes on the book, identify literature stuff in the book or whatever. So I think she had told us to like write it on a piece of paper, but coming from high school, like I always did my annotations in the actual book because the book was mine, and the college the book was mine too. So I just did it in the book, and I thought we was gonna discuss it. So like at the end of the class, everybody turned it in the paper. I'm like, yo, I did it in my book. So like she took the book. She was like, I'll take it this time or whatever, but next time I need you to do it on the paper. And then next time I seen her in the class, she came after class, she was like, I was really impressed. You really know how to work. I was just so surprised that you could do this. Bitch. So I'm like, are you just surprised? Is it really this good, or is it just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I'm like, what do you mean you surprised that I know how to work? You know what I'm saying? So like, but needless to say, she ain't make me do that shit like the rest of the damn semester. Like I could just keep doing it in my book, but at that same time I still was like, and it was an older white lady.
Yeah.
I'm like, and from PA.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I think I did maybe like the subtle racism, like the clutch your purse or the walk a little bit further away when I walk in the direction that you're walking, something like that, like stuff like that for sure, sure.
I know it's crazy that you do, because it's crazy. Me and Jordo both, I guess, experienced subtle racism, and it was from our freshman coach.
Clapper?
Yeah, because I remember me and Jordo were scheduling our classes, And at the time, Clapper was like, "Yeah, both of you guys should sign up for this class. It's real good. It's real easy. You don't gotta do nothing."
Was
Blah,
this
blah, blah.
kinesiology?
Nah.
Oh.
And then we was like, us being us, like, okay, yeah, we'll do it. It's easy. You said it's easy. We get to the class. It's a remedial class. I'm in this joint like, what the fuck? Like
He said y'all niggers.
Yeah, I'm like,
He said y'all niggers.
no, there was people in the class that
That's our problem. Why are we laughing about this?
that's what I'm saying. It was people in there that couldn't read, and like, and you know those people that like the teacher calling you like, oh shit, this nigga reading.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
There's people in that class. I'm like, yo, why the fuck am I in here? Like, I can read Harry Potter books. Like, I know. What am I here for?
That's wild. I did not know that. Bro.
Damn.
And I was just like, and he was like, I was just, it caught me by surprise because I never thought it was racist. I just maybe thought he just thought I was stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe he just thought I was stupid.
Right.
But
He
it could have
stereotyped you.
Yeah, he stereotyped me as being a dumb black kid.
Yeah.
And I just was like, and then me and the teacher was like, why are you in here? Like, who told you? Like, you have to be recommended to be in this class. I was like, my coach told me. My coach told me. She's like, okay, because there was one time in the class. This is class. Swear to God, it's like we're gonna sit here. I'm gonna put on this YouTube music, and we're all gonna clear our minds.
Oh my God.
Be calm.
Might not have dropped it.
I'm on the floor, looking at the sky like. These are some dumb motherfuckers. I felt real bad because she was teaching us how to plan. Like I'm like,
Oh my God.
it was that was a subtle race. I never knew it till now. That was racist as fuck.
Yeah.
I was in a special ed class. I was in a college special ed class.
Put you in special ed.
Oh,
Because I was black. So my blackness made me special ed.
That's
damn.
definitely racist for sure.
Yeah.
That's definitely racist.
I mean, I think we kind of can gather that about him though.
Oh no, he didn't know. He didn't know how to deal with inner city kids.
At all.
Yeah.
Basically, he didn't know how to deal with black people.
Yeah.
I think one of the interesting things, y'all. I mean, coach, I know Quinn. Yeah. So I remember me and Quinn was working at Adler or whatever, and we was talking about something. I don't know how we got on the topic or whatever, but he had gave me a story where, because Quinn had to adjust to being around.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I told y'all that.
We talked about this.
Oh,
on the
okay.
podcast.
All
But no,
right,
I feel like you can. I feel like you can talk.
Yeah,
About
you can tell.
Oh, well, the story goes that like one of our teammates was just trying to adjust to being around black people because he was the only. I mean, he wasn't the only, but in his town, it was only one black dude in his town. He was gay, so like him being around us,
small rural city in PA.
Yeah,
Small town and no black people around.
Yeah, him coming to play
Factory
basketball.
workers.
Yeah,
stuff like
blue
that.
collar people. So
Yeah.
like he coming to hoop with us, and you know what I'm saying, if you from the DMV, you know how niggas hoop. Like especially if you're boys, you going back and forth, arguing, cursing at each other. You know what I'm saying? So he had to adjust to. He said he had to adjust to that. But then not only that, it was one time when we came in. I don't know where we was coming. I think he said he was coming to Adler or some building. What was the main building?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Adler.
Hawthorne. Yeah, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
I think it was Hawthorne or Adler, but anyway, we come in laughing, joking or whatever, and then he was with some white people, and he was like, just like his white friends like, look at him, why do they got to be so loud? Like, we don't need to hear your conversation. Like, just going like being racist.
Yeah.
So Quinn like ended up leaving the building with us that day.
Yeah.
And then like I never knew why Quinn had left because Quinn didn't hang with us for real. Like we was on the team, you know what I'm saying? But he didn't hang with us. So and he had told me the reason why he ended up leaving with us because he was just like I was just so disgusted with my friends. He was like, I was like, oh, pick the good side, Quinn.
Right.
Okay, I got a quick question. Now that you bring that Quinn up, boom. So for the people who, because obviously Quinn's not the only one that's never really dealt with black people.
Right.
So the people who's never dealt with black people and that's only grew up around white, how do y'all feel they should be act on this? Because like you said, they never knew a black person, and they never had a friendship with a black person. How do you?
I mean, you would think that if it's a blank slate, it wouldn't start off being racist.
Right.
If you don't know anything about these people, you wouldn't just automatically be prejudiced to them. Right. So I'm just gonna say you shouldn't be racist. If you never dealt with black people, you just. But then again, I'll take that back because the movies, shows, media it all portrays us in a bad light.
Right.
So if you grew up never knowing black people and you only see black people on TV being gangsters and shooting each other or fucking just anything ignorant that you might not do in your own town or you don't think is right, you're gonna automatically think they're a danger to me. or something like that. So
Right.
you might actually like if I grew up in a rural black town and all the videos I saw was of slavery, I'll be terrified of white people. Like, like I would be terrified of white people. So
Yeah.
I'm not going. I think they should definitely. It doesn't make sense to be racist to somebody you don't know.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
But it's just that media, man. It just controls everything we see, the narratives that they show.
Right.
What about you, Kel?
I don't know. Fuck. I agree with Jay, honestly, because
The media.
yeah, it's the media.
I don't know.
See,
I just seen like we were talking about the police earlier with the like kneeling with them and shit. I seen some shit where like they showed the CBS video of a police car pulling up to a crowd of people and like stopping, but like they cut the video like 15 seconds short. But the rest of the video, after that 15 seconds where they cut it off, the next part of the video was the police car running over half the people in the crowd. But that's what they showed on CBS to the world, that cops are just pulling up and doing things peacefully and not actually out there using a police brutality, abusing their power. So it's just crazy how the media can really control every single thing, even coming to like the protests. If you didn't know that it was peaceful, the media is not going to show that. They're going to show us only rioting, looting, stuff like that.
Question. So we all saw, kind of switch up here. We all saw your boy Virgil.
oh yeah.
50 bones?
Yeah.
Bones.
How y'all feel about that? Like the amount that he donated. Do you think it's a problem with the amount he donated or the fact that he just posted it? Oh, what like?
I don't understand what he got to gain from posting the $50.
Yeah. And the fact he posted it and then he made the screenshot his backdrop on his website. I'm like, nigga, what are you gloating that you sent $50, bro? Like,
Why would he send $50, bro? You're a millionaire.
yeah, and he was like, oh, me and my friends were matching. I'm like, first of all, what are you doing with these broke ass friends? Everybody's only sending
Right.
$50. Like,
That's a good point. Why are your friends so poor?
And you're a millionaire. How are they not rich with you? That doesn't make sense.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm just like, I don't know. There's some, obviously, I had
Well, he's a
problem.
coon though. So
Yeah. They resurfaced the pictures of him. I
His
forgot
family?
that. Yeah, it's like family's
all white. The whole
I
family.
saw it was like the little get out shit. So
Yeah.
He's cooning out there real hard.
That boy Aubrey just said, "Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and drop this 100 bones." Like,
Yeah, 100 bad. Niggas in Toronto been representing lately, man. I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Tory
Lanez.
Tory, his little rants that he went on. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this nigga, he trying to take this. Not even quarantine radio. He just,
This is black radio.
right. This
Then the
nigga-
weekend dropped 500K.
Yeah,
Like, God damn, niggas. Shit. The fuck we doing down here?
But did y'all see? Also, like I said, a lot of companies trying to get in and do something. You saw the Apple playlist that they had.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify had one too.
My only question
Wasn't as good
is,
as Apple's probably though.
my only question
It's
though,
literally the
is,
same music. But,
niggas gonna play music. I mean, again, now we're going to. Of course, everybody was listening to it or whatever the case may be. Now, where's the money from the streams going? Like, are you giving it? Are you donating?
Right.
Like,
I got
your
it.
share to the cult? Like,
Yeah.
because other than that, you just made. I could have made a playlist of all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
again, you're spoiling black culture.
Yeah,
exactly.
Niggas could have
again.
made a playlist and just let it rip.
Right. So it's now again, like I feel like we should definitely just be holding people accountable, like profiting off of us, and then not giving back to our community.
Yeah, I believe in reparations.
Oh, you saw
They
you
was
saw
calling for 14 trillion for reparations.
That's 33. That's 300,000 basically each person, each black person.
Hey, I'm an actor. See, that's the problem right there.
Nah,
That's the problem.
I had seen a fucking.
You know what? They want the money back in the economy. Well, I get it then. Give me 330,000. The money's gonna get back in the
we gonna
economy.
get back what we need to be. Black is on top.
It's crazy. But,
How would you spend your three? I don't even think. I just wait till niggas go broke, bro.
hold on, I know you had something.
I was about to say that fucking the U.S. has paid a whole bunch of
yeah, I
other
saw
people
I saw that.
reparations for like destroying their property and destroying their land or taking something from
native
them.
lands.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they've paid a lot of people. The
Even
only people who haven't got paid are black people.
Even gay people. But my thing is, unfortunately, I feel like this is one of those things. Like just because I saw that and I was just like, because they didn't pay no money, I feel like one, they feel like they don't have to, and two, they're not really sorry about it. Like
No.
something you're sorry about, you'd be like, damn, we did this, that was fucked up. Well, here's the money, here's your scholarship, here's land. They're like, nah, we not sorry about this shit. Yeah.
Because they don't see.
They think
nothing wrong
they
with
think
it.
they've done enough already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
they think they've given us enough.
And then they have those people that be like, oh, they have the same resources or the same saying
They have affirmative action?
opportunities and shit like
Affirmative
that,
action?
yeah, that white people have. Like, no, nigga, that's not what it. Y'all basically started the race with a 5-second head start, and we probably made 10 seconds.
Nigga,
They was at the finish line. They was about to cut the real. They was like
sprint, and they were starting at the 50 meters. They were already halfway there.
shit.
So we gotta be twice as good.
But back, your point was about the
Reparations.
Yeah,
So do you believe in? Kel was asking,
Oh, yeah.
what would you do with
so
yours?
I was at first I was just like, how they come up with that number, but I was gonna argue. That's fucking, I ain't arguing with that shit.
Right.
But it was just like, cause it's enough you wanted to. You can buy land back. You can buy businesses. You can buy opportunities. Because, granted, how many of y'all grandparents or great grandparents kept that 40 acres in a mule?
Mine's did.
See, and where's that at? Where was that?
Well,
at?
my great grandmother kept the house that we had in DC.
Oh, it was in DC.
Yeah.
Oh, that's love. What about you? What?
I don't know what that shit is. I honestly don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't honestly, because that land probably is a lot of money now. That 40 acres is a lot of money now.
Yeah.
So
It is.
and it's just, and another thing, like, they gave that to black people, but unfortunately black people were educated about land to know what land meant and what the value of land. I'm pretty sure back in the day, niggas was selling their land, moving to Chicago or DC, where they thought better opportunities were, which probably were, to move in the city. And now that 40 acres is probably like, what? I don't even know how big 40 acres is.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
So it's probably like $1 million real estate.
Yeah.
So it's just, we need that money back.
I'm fully with the reparations.
I want to just go back and start another Black Wall Street. I think we should just start a whole nother black city, just straight black thing,
Just
black
all
people.
black
See,
people.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah, and a lot of people don't know about Black Wall Street. I think it's just because it was in Oklahoma. Like,
Yeah,
and
probably.
it's crazy. None of that shit was in our textbooks. The only
None.
people they taught
I
us,
never found out about it until I saw like a mini documentary on it.
yeah, like they only teach Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. They
Yep.
don't teach about Black Wall Street. They don't talk about the move, the
narrative.
movement.
It's
Yeah,
the
it's
narrative.
just,
And all the time, black people are always painted in the. It's not the light that they should have been painted in. Basically, it's like white people talking about black people through the white people's perspective.
Right.
So yeah, I don't like history books.
I mean, like you said, it's all about how they how they present us or paint us in media and stuff. And I don't know how this came to me, just random, but it came to me how y'all remember when they put out that documentary on that, what was that white serial killer who was like kidnapping women and raping them? What was his name?
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Ted Bundy?
No.
Ted Bundy, I
yeah.
think. But in the video, even how they talk about, you know what I'm saying, how they talk about and build like they was, I mean,
They
this is-
sexualized him, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was like, here's this guy who did all of these like terrible crimes, all of this shit to women, you know what I'm saying, and other people too. I believe killed other people too. But here you are in the interview. One of the detectives like, oh, he's such a genius. Like people that was reporting on it, he was like a genius or he charismatic and basically building him up in the light to like taking away the fact that he did all this shit. I was like, how did this nigga get a documentary, bro? Like, and we're watching it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but if it was a black person, they wouldn't have did it. It's disgusting. Animal. He's an animal.
Yeah.
They never did. They only highlighted in that damn documentary how he was intelligent, charismatic, basically seeing the human side of him. But if it was a black person, damn sure would have been like, oh, he's an animal, terrible.
Oh,
we probably wouldn't even got a documentary.
No, that was like a movie. It was a movie.
Oh, the joint.
On Netflix.
It was two. It was a documentary and a
yeah.
movie. I know what you're talking about.
It wasn't. It was like 2-part movie series.
Because I know they had the one with Zac Efron.
Yeah.
and
That's
the
what I'm talking
Ted
about.
Bundy.
Oh, but
tapes.
the Ted Bundy tapes is the one I'm talking about.
I was talking about the Zac
I watched
Efron
it. Yeah, they was like, I don't like to some degree. Like I realized I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's just.
I had a question.
Can we please stop hitting the table? Jesus
Sorry.
Christ. My ears.
Do y'all see a difference in how people, I think, as far as demographic wise, so like our parents' age probably like 40s, 50s, and then older generations, probably like your grandparents, and then us. Do y'all see a difference in how they reacting to everything or getting their news or information?
It's crazy. It's just, so I feel like people's like grandparents and everything, I feel like they're sympathetic to the situation because they've lived through it.
Right.
And we're not going through it, so now there's something that we can relate to them about. Unfortunately, I feel like our parents is like in the middle of the road where they never experienced it, so they really.
I feel like they experienced it. I wouldn't say they never experienced
Well, yeah,
it.
because they definitely did the Rodney King, so it was there for that. But yeah, you're right. It's just I don't know.
they just to me it's just the reaction is just differently. Like I think our parents are heavily do watch the news, and you know what I'm saying. So like I feel like they're easily manipulated by, like we said, by what's going on. Cause like my mom was like, you know what I'm saying, like I seen somebody even tweet it like, yo, make sure y'all showing y'all parents this shit that's on Twitter.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
like
That's
I seen
real
some
news.
people like when the looting and shit started, like my mom was, you know what I'm saying, kind of like shrugging at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Mom, you know, like white people were doing this too, and you know what I'm saying, or giving her background and tech on what's really going on out here type shit.
See, I want to say the rapper Jeff hates Jay-Z. He
I don't hate Jay-Z by any means.
I don't know why you became. I don't know why. Just because you don't. I don't know.
I don't understand how we got here. How did we get here?
you just I don't know. You just give me off hate to Jay-Z. Like,
I respect Jay-Z.
I mean, you do.
Jay's like LeBron of rap.
I mean,
You don't gotta like LeBron. I don't really like LeBron. I respect him as a person though. Yeah, everything he's done.
All right. Okay. Anyways. Okay. Whatever. But nah. He had took out an ad like for a full page for a newspaper, and people were like, young people were like, "Yo, he's so out of touch. Who reads newspapers and blah 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 anymore?" I'm like, old white people read newspaper. Like people that need to know that this is happening read newspaper. We might not read it, but it's not for us to read.
People get their media. I mean, their news sources from newspapers wouldn't be still going out if nobody was reading them.
Right. Absolutely.
So people are still reading newspapers. That it really just all depends on which source you want to get your media from.
Right. Right. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel you. So quick question. So Trina, how you feel about her? Unfortunately, first of all, let me say this, Trina. You're my childhood crush.
Baddest.
The baddest bitch. Like, I loved you. You broke my heart. But, okay.
She got a head so big like the sun. Favorite line.
That's good. She can twirl around with the... oh, my God.
I love it. We were talking about Jay-Z. Came back to... What were we talking about?
Trina, you just...
Oh, the shit she said?
This just...
Oh, I didn't even get to like big up Jay-Z, so I
my
appreciate
fault.
we can go back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, my boy called the governor, man. He said, "Yo, we need justice." This is my goal, man.
How much do you think that will change anything?
He did something. Who do we call?
Yeah.
He called somebody.
Who heard our voices?
But do you think that'll actually have any like
Rock Nation lawyers? Talking about the Rock Nation lawyers, they got Meek Mill out of jail.
That
Talking
guy,
about the Rock.
that 21 out of ICE?
Yeah, you talking about those lawyers?
Jay-Z's lawyers can't have any effect on a.
He can represent George. Why couldn't they represent George Floyd family?
I mean, they could.
He also sued the families. The lawyer.
There, Jeff, go with that Jay-Z hate.
I'm just trying to figure out what. No, because he hasn't done any of that. He hasn't done any of this stuff Kel was talking about. He
flew the lawyer out on his private jet to make sure that he could get to the case.
Who lawyer?
George Floyd's lawyer.
Who's George Floyd's lawyer?
Damn, you don't know.
Is he with Rock Nation?
I don't know, Jay, but
No,
he's doing
so he's
something.
not. He's not.
How do we know this? I don't want to. I'm going to assume he is.
He's not. He's not.
Hate.
How did he
So
just?
much
But no,
hate.
how did he just like go from he got the lawyers. He got lawyers on deck. He about to go say this whole thing. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't, but he you know, like him and Beyonce have definitely quietly done a lot of stuff, like build out protesters. You know what I'm saying? Just a whole bunch of shit, man. I'm just saying, man.
I just want to know how
I
effective
just need you to
think.
get your goat in check. That's all I'm trying to do. This is what it is. This is battle of the goats. And
I wanna know-
Even Kanye is doing something. Lil Wayne is out here fucking cooning.
Wayne.
And Drake is out here writing poems, nigga. You ain't my
Aubrey
Angela.
donated though.
He donated
He
100K.
He donated. He donated.
Wayne donated. Wayne donated too. Let's not get
Whoa,
twisted.
Wayne, what he donated?
Yes.
When he donated?
He donated like last week.
Before he said that
It
arrogant
was
shit.
after. It was after. I mean, I ain't going to
Mitchell was in sham. He's like, shit. Mitchell was in
He
sham.
donated a little, yeah, he's out here. It doesn't matter. Anyways, how effective do you think a call to the governor is really going to be to somebody who's racist?
Your voice is hurt.
Wait, we don't. So I'm just saying, if I'm a governor, boom, and I hear Jay-Z, like, fuck is Jay-Z calling me for?
And I'm like, what the fuck,
want,
Jay-Z?
want, nigga?
Right.
He be like, yo, we need justice. Like, damn, Jay-Z, you right.
Damn,
We need
Jay-Z,
justice.
we do need justice.
Nah, he ain't gonna. He gonna be like,
Banging on Jay-Z.
First of all, you know how many people you got to call? Like,
Think about if you was a black,
just think about how he got
the efforts he went to.
to get the number to get in touch with the governor.
I'm trying to think of a
don't
famous
think you
white
understand.
a famous white figurehead.
I don't think you understand the power that a billionaire has.
One of the Maroon 5 niggas or
I don't think you understand
Justin Bieber. Let's just go with Justin Bieber. First.
I think you're doubting. I just think you're downplaying.
What if you were a politician and Justin Bieber calls you about political issues?
I'm gonna hear him out. That's Justin Bieber. That I can reach because he comes with what 3 million followers. Now all of them might not be able to vote.
You're in a governor. You're a governor of your state.
All of them might not be able to vote, but I could say what a good 200,000 might be able to vote. And knowing that I'm aligned with Justin Bieber can.
So you don't really care about the cause. You care about your agenda.
If I'm already going to do, how do you know the governor wasn't already going to do it?
They haven't done shit ever. They got 1,700 rape kit tests untested in their backlog. They don't do shit.
I'm just thinking you like underestimating the power that a billionaire has and the resources that a billionaire has.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying a call to the governor. I mean, a call to whoever it was. I don't know what that really going to do. That's just all I'm saying. Asking somebody, we've been asking people for justice forever. We've been asking for that for a long time. But he hasn't not heard somebody ask him for justice. He's a governor. They call him a long time.
What did Wayne do again?
It's not a competition.
Oh,
it is.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I don't think it's a competition.
All right, a little bit. Can we please get back to my used to be wife?
Trina. Oh yeah, Trina. You want? I don't know if y'all haven't seen. Trina was on like a radio interview with Trick Daddy. I don't know what radio station it was.
I think it's called like Slip and Slide. I don't know.
Okay, but it was her and Trick Daddy really having like a conversation, and apparently one of Trina's friends has like a store, and it was looted and you know what I'm saying, and everything and damaged and stuff like that. So she's like upset about that, and basically came down to her saying basically like, look, all lives matter, basically all lives matter movement.
The thing that really pissed
in
me
language
off was when she basically like said, oh, they're acting like animals and all this wild animals, and I'm like, damn, you really just calling black people animals, bro?
That's like the worst terminology you can say about a black person. Is calling them a fucking animal, bro.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
any type of animal.
Because you could hear Trick Daddy trying to like step in and save her.
He's such a good. He was trying. He tried like 3 times.
But she was just so aggressive about the whole her stance. Like,
what Trick Daddy say? I didn't see the whole thing.
He tried to.
He just like, you don't want to. I don't think you want to say it like that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna say it like.
She was doubling down.
Yo, he said, nah, but you're not understanding. People are in the house. Like people don't have like. We don't have resources. People are hungry for change. People like, you know what I'm saying, like basically saying what black people been saying.
Say this.
And
don't say that.
Trina was like, I'm at home too.
Right. She said, I'm at home too. Yeah.
I'm at a job too. I'm like, Trina, you got millions. Shut your ass.
And that's what he said. But he said you have money. People don't be having money. My friend don't have. She put all her money into her business. She said, in my head, bitch, you just said you have money. Like. Right. You're a resource for your friend. Right. Why help your friend if you got all this money you spend? Yeah. And then this bitch even went off and said,
"Can we not call her a bitch?"
I'm sorry. That's when they be acting like that. Sometimes you gotta. All right, she's
still a queen.
She's still a queen.
I know. I said I'm not. Damn, I done fucked my head up. I know I said I'm not giving no more apologies or accepting apologies, but. I can't
that ass.
Oh, that ass. Wow. now we gonna forgive Trina.
I can't go back.
We're forgiving Trina though. Oh, okay.
I can't go back.
But she went as far to say that like, when she gets put like something to do with police and stuff, Trick Daddy bought police. She was like, "Oh, I'm fine, I'm good. When I get put over, I had my license and registration and my insurance and some shit like that."
That's that bigger than black mindset.
I know my rights. I'm like,
that's that bigger than black mindset.
Yeah, right? She's like, yeah. She said, "I know my rights." I said, I'm sorry.
How many white officers know? Who
how many black people do you think knew their rights and had their rights violated?
She said, "Oh yeah, I got my license and registration." I think we all did. It didn't matter. It doesn't matter.
As if that's not going to get you
stop
shot
him from being racist.
Right.
No, it's not.
No, it's good. I got my license.
No reason
I'm not black. I'm licensed.
Yeah, no, I do think it's a problem with.
You know what? I think that car. That was like they don't got their license. You might want to go get them.
I do think it's a problem with celebrities. I think that's really what their issues is. Like when they're making these statements. They think that they're bigger, like they're richer than black.
Oh, like Lil Wayne?
Like absolutely. Like when they get rich, they get so far removed from the struggles that they actually got them there, and they start to think, okay, I got all this money and I've been doing what I want for all this time, and it's not happening. Right. It's not happening to nobody else. All these social injustices have been fixed when I got rich. So I think when they're just like so out of touch, and they need like reality checks to really what's going on. But you should see it every fucking day.
Right.
I don't know. It's no, never mind. There's no excuse for these niggas. I be trying to help people. It's just,
I be trying to help.
Trina.
Nah, Trina, she can keep her ass like the sun.
I'm
I
upset.
would like her. Would like her to spin around and keep it inside,
Yeah.
but that's another day.
I'm upset because nah bitch. I don't know nah bitch that good.
You know now.
This shit that I've been places Trina. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get up.
I don't have anything else to how much time we on?
We on 50 minutes.
I'm good with it. If y'all good. Y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on or add?
No, sir.
All right, with that being said, make sure you like, subscribe, and share on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Links should be coming up right here, I feel like. I don't know. But thanks for listening, y'all. We see y'all next week.
Every fucking time.